So hi, everyone. Thanks for coming to the call. I believe this today is going to be our, let's see, 155th meeting, 155. So I guess we've been doing this since November of 2021. And so thanks everyone for coming. We were just talking before I started the recording, and at a high level, Michael wanted to talk about a potential new scenario we might want to, what it is and why we would need it, and maybe the work we would need to do in Dash for VTAP. Or are there other ones, Michael?
Yeah, so this is VTAP, so Virtual Network Tap. So this is the some scenario that we recently enabled for the customers, and other clouds also have it. So basically, the idea is that customers would like to sometimes be able to tap the interface and basically redirect traffic to some different monitoring entity, right? So what Virtual Network Tap is basically ability to kind of take the packet and just copy packet with some additional encap to some different entity based on some specific filtering rules. So, for example, intercept either all the packets or only a subset of packets and redirect to specific destination entity with some encap. So that's basically high level what the tapping of the interface is. It's mostly used for security auditing for some of the biggest customers, and because it's doing packet mirroring, the best solution for this is actually to do this not on the VM but on actually accelerated device. So actually the VM is not using any flows from the VM perspective, but the actual acceleration that is happening, for example, on the switches or DPUs, can basically use the bandwidth that that is there available, because basically switch will be working, let's say, as a T1, right? So can basically duplicate some part of the traffic to these external monitoring devices, right? So this is something that engineering on our side already has working side. So they will start soon, potentially within the next few months, to bring it also to community and try to standardize. So most likely they will first start with SIME modeling and potentially Dash modeling for this kind of stuff.
Thanks, Michael. I'm curious, what kind of performance gain do you think we would get moving it off of the server CPU and onto a DPU? Like, this sounds like a pretty intensive workload?
I think its main point performance gain will be that before, basically every single packet, if it was duplicated, it was basically halving the CPU and the flows on the VM side, right? Right now, basically we can potentially do this on DPU, so we can kind of count it independently, and maybe not even create the flows for some of those scenarios. Yeah.
Awesome. That sounds interesting. That's coming on. That's awesome.
I think it's already in some early preview, right? This feature is on early preview on your
That's
website.
on the Sirius appliance.
That's correct. Yeah, it's on the Sirius appliance. It's in a preview. So we definitely know it works, and the customers are using this. So right now, because we know it's actually working, and we know how customers are using this, so that's why we basically are ready to bring it up for basically standardization, to just write a SI API, so we can also benefit on this in the smart switch, when the smart switch basically communicated with the SI. So SI most likely will be just standardization of whatever is basically used on the Sirius appliance, and just expose the APIs for this.
That's pretty cool. And yeah, so people on the call who don't know, in addition to the switch form factor, we have the first form factor we ever did, which is called our Sirius appliance. And it's, a server-based architecture with DPUs slotted inside of the servers. And so that's what we have rolling out in our data centers today. So, and then, of course, the next form factor is the switch, because it's only 2 RU instead of 48, and we don't need an extra tile in the data center. We could massively increase the amount of offload capacity and stuff like that. So cool. Thanks, Michael. That's really interesting.
Do you have plans to run this on the smart switch?
Yeah, that's why we were talking about VTAP here, as Michael was providing a high level explanation over maybe the next couple of months we could get it working. So we have VNet to VNet, we have private link, service tunnel. What else have we done? Fast path with ICMP redirect. We could do VTAP. So this is just the increase in the feature set to run on the smart switch.
Yeah,
I would love to see a demo of it once we're ready. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying that the completion of the private link with HA and VTAP would make the solution completely wholesome, because for traffic that you're transforming, you can also intercept on the smart switch and redirect the mirrored packet out to a collector. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Did anyone have, other than Michael, did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
I think it's mostly this.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Did anyone else have a particular PR or anything you want to bring up before I start off? Oh, okay. I'm going to turn off my camera. I have a little bit of connectivity issue here. I'm going to share my screen. And so last week was kind of a big week. I don't know if you can see my screen, but these are the notes that went out. I hope everyone got them. Still, I thought I saw someone creating a PR for show ENI counters and DPU metrics. I thought that was someone from AMD, but I'm not sure. But again, we merged 21 PRs across the different SONiC repos. So it's just a lot of work happening. And then of course we had Bud presenting the E1 from the Excite Labs side of things. And so that was awesome. And if you have any questions about that, please contact Bud, and he's in the chat, and he also has email. Then we had a contribution. I think this was Lawrence, to put an additional field in the ENI table object for floating ENI mode and test writing. And then here I was just letting everyone know about OCP again. And I took the Linux Foundation mailing stuff about, the different timelines and when you can submit a talk. And I added in here the SONiC workshops and, some ideas for different working sessions, and then they had some examples of work groups, and of course we were mentioned, so that was kind of nice. And then the follow-up tasks for us, Michael had mentioned that ENI VXLAN source port range, so we want to make sure we can constrain that. So we had Michael and Prince working on defining and
Prince I think it's still working on documentation or something like this.
And that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And so I've changed the graph around. I'm basically working on sucking all of this data into Power BI so that we can start analyzing it a little bit better. The GitHub is a little bit rudimentary, so I'm just working to connect with the API endpoints and pull it into Power BI and see what I can do there. And anyway, so sorry if this is starting to get a bit long. Do you guys think I should maybe start not including this piece here, the whole project list? Does it bother you to see all of this? Just take a quick poll here.
I actually like it.
You like it?
Yeah,
okay.
I like it.
Anyone else? So Chris had told me one time from Keysight, he likes not having to click all over the place. He likes to just see it in front of him. So, so that's the way I've been doing it. If you have suggestions, let me know. And then of course we have our full notes here with the E1 presentation, the Hero 800, and then what we just talked about. And of course the link to the recordings here. So yeah, so that was that. And then this week, there are so many items in the queue, I thought I would just filter them down a little bit. And so I was just going to check these ones in particular this week. And let me see, I'm sorry, can't quite see what I was doing there. Okay. So for this one, I'm wondering if Fred is on from Cisco. We had this one about route exchange. And I was just wondering if it's still needed or if it's been reviewed. It's a route exchange feature.
Yeah, he's on PTO. He'll be back tomorrow, but it's still
Uh-huh.
being reviewed.
Okay,
Yeah, let's give it a few more days.
keep it. Okay, no problem. So I'll just move that out to maybe the 13th. And then I did see this one with Ramesh and Prince about adding support for the show system health output. And it looks pretty big. And I was sorry for all the scrolling here, but it looks like this one, we believe it's good to go because we had the new commands in the output, but I don't know if Prabhat or Prince, I don't know if Prince is on the line, but do you know anything about this one, Morali? This one's just waiting?
Also in waiting, I thought I saw Ramesh on the call, so I don't know
I
if he
did,
was
yeah,
muted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ramesh, what's going
So
on
this-
here? You just waiting for a review?
Yeah. Actually, Vasundhara kind of wanted to review it with others and get back. We still don't have.
Oh, that's 3 months ago though. Prabhat, could you check with Vasundhara and see if this still needs a review?
Yeah, I'm actually driving, so if you could put the
Oh,
PR.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Or I can,
yeah.
yeah. Or if you prefer, I can send you an email on the different ones to look at. Which do you prefer?
Yeah,
Prabhat?
either way is fine.
Either way,
Either way
okay.
is fine.
Okay. Thanks, Prabhat. And then this one here, this was from Marian. We wanted to just do a key attribute to the HA set. And I'm trying to think, this one we were requesting help from Mukesh and Prince. Is it Cynthia's on the line from AMD? Do you know anything about this one, Cynthia?
No, Christina. I will ask Mukesh to take a look at it.
You will? Okay. Thanks a lot. I think I added him up here too to the reviewers, so hopefully he sees it, but I would appreciate that. And then this one is another Cisco and HA kind of collaboration. It was Dylan, and I was just curious because it had been a while where we were at with Dylan on this one, if you guys happen to know. So it looks like the checks have passed. Dylan added what he believed needed to be added, he and Fred here. So
Right.
I wonder if this is another. I've got Fred and I've got
who's
Storm.
reviewing?
Yeah.
Is Prince reviewing it? Or who are we waiting on to close this? I don't know who's. I'll check with Dylan because I think this is mostly good to go. We just need to push it through.
Yeah. So, Prabhat, when we have PRs like this where we're not sure who the reviewer should be, would this be Kumarash or for BFD Mon because he's been doing a lot of BFD work, or do you think it should go to Prince or you?
Yeah, I think for BFT it should be Kumresh.
Okay, Kumarash. And I don't have rights to assign reviewers on the build image repo. Okay, so trying to remember his.
K Perumal.
That's right. Got it.
Yep.
Would you be able to review this one? Okay. And so this one here, it's an NVIDIA, it's Gagan if you're on the line. Yeah, do you want to go over this one or if I need help with this one?
That one actually.
I replied to the comment. Basically, the fix has a merge conflict, so it can't be merged yet.
Yeah. So
Okay.
there is a merge conflict. I'm taking a look at that today. So hopefully sometime today I will be able to resolve that.
Awesome. I just put notes to myself on the side when I'm going through these. And then this one's also gone, I think. GNMI fails for the first dash object when the DPU is powered off and powered back on due to ZMQ.
I think it's still being analyzed
By Hua Lu.
Yeah.
Is it analyzed by Microsoft right now, or who's
Yeah,
analyzing
it's
this?
on the Hua is on the SONiC team, I believe. Yeah. So I guess I'll
I thought
just
that yeah, let's see the status, because I thought that they analyze it, but they need to
Mm-hmm.
propose a solution. But let's see.
Okay, I'll just any scoop on. Okay, just a gentle.
So what I heard is that he's able to repro this internally, and then he's working on a solution.
Awesome. We'll see what happens. And then this next one was just adding support for metering counters. So this is this one, I believe, was AMD Sundar. Yeah. And so I'm not sure, Cynthia, because I don't think Sundar's on the call. Looks like we had PRs ready to go. Please merge when possible. And so Prabhat, this would be another one. Yeah, because we're hoping to avoid a rebase. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Mukesh is working with Sundar. Mostly, he's trying to get this PR as soon as possible. Yeah.
Did you still need Microsoft to look at it first? Or?
No, I
think Vivek from NVIDIA, he had some comments that I think Sundar addressed, so it would be good if Vivek can. Yeah.
So Sundar's saying, could you please merge the PR? That was after the Vivek approved the changes 3 days ago. So I'll just pop it in the chat window, Prabhat. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask Prince to merge.
Okay. Thank you. And that would be, and then just two left that I wanted to cover this week. The HLD for the Smart Switch Container Offloader. Now, I have to admit, I don't know what this is. I'm not sure what the container offloader in an independent DPU upgrade pipeline. Anyway, so this Dwaway from the SONiC team put this forward, and it looks like we're waiting for review. So Prince asked Gang and Prabhat to review this one last month. So I'll just put that in the chat window, Prabhat.
Okay.
Does anyone want to explain to me quickly what this is? Container offloader. Oh, it's responsible for. Okay. And then the last one, Smart Switch test cases 2 and 3 for planned switchover. So this one is an HA-based item, and Keysight's helping with it. And of course, what it is he was supporting some HA test cases and using the Snappy API for planned switchover. And I think the end state of this one is that it's looking for a review, and I think this would be a Jing and a riff kind of thing. I don't see.
This is from Nasima?
This is from Alberto at Keysight.
Oh, okay. So this is the Keysight one. Okay, yeah. So I think it's waiting
and
on
it has to do
review.
with, yeah. So let me just put that in the chat window for them. So, okay. So that's what I wanted to talk about this week. And then, sorry, my window's acting weird. But you'll notice that I was just filtering on the date. If I can unfilter, you can see we have like 1 million. So we have a lot in progress, quite a few waiting for review. And somehow I messed up this view. So yeah, and then I have quite a few that have been created in the last week that I kind of need to look over, so I haven't looked at those yet, but that's where I'm at this week. Is there anything you guys wanted to cover or talk about? Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and I'll send out notes as soon as I get them done.
Thanks, Christina.
Okay, all right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
you.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.